Polly Camsell. Just P-O-L-L-Y.
And
I used to be Polly Carter.
Carter.
That's the last patrol, you know, my father was with that.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
And your age?
You want to know my age? 82.
82.
Yeah.
Do you know what year you were born and where you were born?
Yes, I know when I was born 1911 and I was born in Herschel Island.
Mm-hmm. Could you tell me a little bit about your family background, like your parents' names?
I don't know them.
You don't know them, eh?
My dad died on that patrol and my mother died when I was born, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
So there's nothing I know.
Mm-hmm.
And my brother used to work for the police. He left school, he worked for the police, and he had a good job with them, but he died too.
That was
And I got my son Fred works in Cambridge Bay and he's meeting all of his relations there. That's Tom, Sam's daughter and that, you know.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And he always visits them. Yeah, Doda went there too. She met them all, and Dougie, Terry,
Mm-hmm.
and Tom, and Ernie. Yeah.
So how many children did you have in all?
I had 11.
11? Mm-hmm. So was your marriage arranged? Did someone pick your husband for you, or did someone pick you for...
No. I got engaged when I was in the mission.
Mm-hmm. Harrington's.
You know, but I wouldn't let them take a husband. My brother tried.
Uh-huh.
I told him to do something with it. I was mad.
Oh.
Yeah, in the mission there, I know Vicky said that her marriage was arranged.
Mm-hmm.
And there's lots of girls left there, you know.
Mm-hmm.
They wrote a letter to the minister.
Mm-hmm.
There was one girl, she didn't leave the mission. She said, I don't know what to do.
Mm-hmm.
I said, well, Vivian, you don't like staying here. Why don't you go?
Mm-hmm.
And then after her marriage didn't work out, she blamed me.
Oh, dear. Mm-hmm. So you wouldn't remember anything on your grandparents, like on your mother's side?
I got the picture of my grandmother and me and my brother when I was little, but
Mm-hmm.
I don't even know her name.
I see.
Yeah.
You don't know where she was born?
No.
Nothing like that. Mm-hmm. And on your father's side?
They wrote to me, there 2 people wrote to me from Newvik, and they want to put me on the, what's this, that the people all get money, you know.
Oh, yeah, for the land claims.
Yeah, land claims.
Mm-hmm.
And who's that? Nellie. Yeah, she told me I could get in on that, but I never bothered. I got a letter from them.
I see.
Yeah, but she said it doesn't matter where they come from, if they were born in the, even in Yukon, you know, people are getting that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So do you remember anything about your childhood? Like,
well, it's only a mission
you
childhood.
were raised in the mission? Mm-hmm.
I grew up there and I went to school, and when I was 17 I quit.
That's in
no, here.
Here.
The mission is right there. I got the picture of it.
Uh-huh.
And when I was 17 I started working.
Mm-hmm.
And I worked there till I got married.
Mm-hmm.
So that's not much of a story I'm telling you.
So what were the wages like when you say you were working for the mission? Could you tell me maybe how much you were making?
$5 a month.
$5 a month.
Yeah. I didn't even know that. So just worked away and...
You saved all that money? And
all that money doesn't much. But for that time it was lots.
Oh, yeah.
Because with $5 you can go to the store and just buy so much.
Mm-hmm.
And now you can't even send a little kid with $5. It's not enough.
Yeah, that's for sure. So you attended school, and what grade did you go to?
Well, I guess it must have been grade 9.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, that's all.
That was the highest
level
then, yeah? So what was your experience like going to school?
Yeah.
What was it like?
It was good.
Mm-hmm.
We all reminded her. The woman that came from Nuvik and that, we all had the service there. And we found that, well, the only thing, I told my minister, we didn't eat good.
Mm-hmm.
Even him, when he went to a boarding school, he didn't eat good.
Oh.
Yeah, because it was hard to get food then, But that's where I learned to cook.
Mm-hmm.
That's the best place to put me in the kitchen, and I used to do all the cooking.
Mm-hmm. Did you like school?
What I've seen of it.
Yeah.
Yeah. But we used to go to bed so early, 8 or 9, and everybody was in bed, and you don't feel like going to bed.
Yeah.
And our Christmases were always good.
Mm-hmm.
Harry, when first we got married, he said, "Boy, I'm sorry I took you from the mission." I said, "Why?" He said, "Because you keep Christmas."
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Do you have more than one language?
No.
No, eh? You spoke English.
Yeah, well, when I was in the mission, the people talked Luso, but I could understand them.
Mm-hmm.
They never tried to talk it.
And I
That's
see.
it. Wasn't all about that.
So were you treated any different being a Métis person?
Hmm?
Were you treated any different, like by the missionaries? Or?
No.
No.
They were all good to us.
Mm-hmm.
That's all we could say is good things about the mission, Pete was brought up there.
Yeah.
We talk about it, and everything was okay but the eating. But we couldn't do nothing. But Christmas had a really good meal, roast meat and everything, and pudding and everything,
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. But I can't find any. The workers were all good.
Mm-hmm. So what would you say was the biggest change in your life?
Oh, the biggest change in my life was when I got married and I had to stay in a house all by myself. Boy,
You
I
don't like
told
that?
her, Harry told me if you knew you had to do that, would you marry me? I said no. Boy, I was scared.
Is that right?
Well, you have a dormitory with 50 kids, you never sleep alone.
That's true.
And then to go up there and have that, I was across the river.
Mm-hmm.
Shirley and Terry are staying on our lot. And I used to be so scared. That's when I used to get Sarah to come and stay with me.
Mm-hmm.
And then for the kids' schooling, for a while there was no school, and we had an old lady here,
Mm-hmm.
Amy Krause, and she used to come over and teach us school every day.
Mm-hmm.
That's how she told Freddie that's how he got into the army. She taught him,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And Freddie went to see her.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
What was the greatest problem you ever had, and what did you do to solve it?
I wouldn't even know. There was nothing to solve,
Mm-hmm. How do you feel about death, about dying? How do you feel about it?
I feel good about it now after Harry went.
Mm-hmm.
I used to be scared of it, but not now. Mm-hmm.
How did he die?
Huh?
How did he die?
He got a stroke.
Mm-hmm.
Just a year ago. Yeah.
Did he die right away, like when he had
No,
the stroke?
no.
He lived for a while.
But we were so lucky. I don't know what we've done right. But Maisie came from Nova Scotia. Freddie came. And they were all here when he died.
Mm.
They could have gone home, and come right back, but that didn't happen. And there wasn't a minute he spent by himself. The kids stayed with him day and night. Slept on the bed there.
Mm-hmm.
All last night Terry was telling me, Dad, Mommy said Dad slept all day, and at night when we wanted to go to sleep, he wanted to talk. Him and Maisie were there. They were all there when they died, except me, because the doctor sent me home. I had a heart attack, and told the boys, Mom can't stay up, any little thing. And I don't know if anybody is the same as me, but I don't remember a thing about this film. It's just I can't remember nothing. I don't remember going. The shock was too much for me. Yeah. And after Harry died, Ernie's got a really nice house, he's got a room there. He said, Mom, I don't like you living alone, come and live with us. And before Harry died, one day I was sitting here, he says, Polly, if anything happened to me, what would you do? I said, stay right here. He said, that's what I was hoping you'd say. Yeah. I spent many a lonely night. Oh, I used to dread the nights. But I fought with it, and the kids all told me, Mom, we know you're strong. So I got used to staying alone. But that darn Pete is determined to get me to Smith, and I keep traveling. So as soon as I felt better, he said, now you're feeling better, come and stay with us. I said, no. I can't leave here. But I'm going to Nova Scotia in August. I'm not looking forward to it, but I want to see my daughter.
Do you remember anything about the epidemic or any kind of disease?
Oh, yeah, we had the flu in 1928. Everybody in the mission was down. The police used to come and look after us, and there wasn't a person going around. Every one of us kids were so sick. Lots of them died. You just hear that church bell. Well, all the old people in town, they're the ones that died. But boy, that was terrible.
So how long did it last?
It lasts for quite a long while. I would say, I don't know how long it was before I ever got to work again. We were just so sick we couldn't eat. And the staff were down too, so the police used to come there and help serve soup and everything, They did the same to the village. Yeah. That was in 1928. That's when Sarah lost her sight. The blind Sarah? She lost in 1928 or 9. She got that terrible headaches. That's the only one I could remember.
So, what kinds of things are important for you now? What kinds of things are important for you now?
My children.
Children and grandchildren?
Yeah. I'm just about the luckiest one in this place here. Bert says, Polly, you're the one that is visited more than anybody. My boys come sometimes 3 times a day. And Ernie, if I need any shopping, he does it right away. That's why I don't like the boys. This was only $5, $4. Terry said you could pay me after. He's just lying. So I told him, take the money now. That's why they laugh at me. Because one day my granddaughter, I was out of thread for some. She said, Granny, I'll go over and get you some. I said, wait, I'll give you the money. She said, take it when I come back. She came back and she said, Granny, that's your Christmas present, and this was in summer. I told her, don't be funny. I said, you don't celebrate Christmas in summer. Pete never forgot that. Instead of saying thank you, I told her, you little devil. I said, who asked you to buy my thread? Pete never forgets that. Well, that's his niece.
Yeah. So I noticed you have quite a bit of knitting around. Is there anything else that you do to keep busy?
I make rag mats. Look at that near my sink.
What is it?
Rag mat on the floor.
Oh, yeah.
I got rags cut up. I made I don't know how many.
Oh, that's lovely.
My hand is never quiet. And I can do beadwork and that too, but I haven't done anything. I got a friend that does that for me, Colleen Moore.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so I don't have to.
So do you make these for sale or just to pass
I
them on?
never sold a sock.
Okay. You give them away?
Yeah, I gave them. Well, I got so many children and grandchildren.
Mm-hmm.
Just
So you
give
really
them
kept
them.
busy, eh?
Yeah.
That's
This
nice.
is how many I meet that women couldn't. I'm getting all the colors.
Mm. Nice colors. I love that one.
I like the white.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm going to make some more white. That's what the girls like. I'm just doing this for pastime.
Every color there.
Look, and this one.
It's gorgeous.
And that one. Oh,
Mm.
these.
7 pairs of socks.
Yeah, they're nice and thick.
Beautiful. Do you double your wool? Or?
Never.
Mm.
It'd be too thick. Well, feel how
It
thick
looks
they
so
are.
thick.
You can't.
Nice.
You know why they're thick?
Mm.
Because Sarah and I, we knit this kind of stitch. If you knit it plain, look at how thin. That's thinner, but feel that.
Yeah.
It's a pearl and that. You see that?
It's lovely.
Yeah. I do about 3 a week.
It's lovely.
Yeah. Somebody told me I should go into sewing. I said no. Well, that's funny because I always made socks for the kids, and if anybody else wanted a sock, I just made it. Yeah.
It's lovely.
Yeah, they sure help us. You know, the housing, the senior place and that, they give us good help.
Mm-hmm. That's good.
And they do almost, since I had my heart attack, I had about 4 of them. The last one was bottom.
Mm-hmm.
And the nurse told the boys that Mom can't do anything. I mean, I can't lift up my arm far, get dizzy.
Mm-hmm.
And then when I bend down, my blood pressure is bad, you know, so I can't bend down.
Mm-hmm.
So I only quit there after Harry died.
Mm-hmm.
Before that, I'd done all the shopping, all the bills and everything, and the boys just took over.
Mm-hmm.
Because the doctor told her that I couldn't do it.
Mm-hmm.
I carry my heart pills with me.
Oh, yeah?
But the other day I made my granddaughter laugh. I told her when I go in the hospital and see all these people laying in there sick and that, you know, some old people.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I said, Debbie, I'd hate to get old. And she started to laugh. Tears running down. And Granny, she said, how old are you now? I said, 82. I said, I don't mean that. I mean when I have to lay in the hospital. You know, that's when I call myself old, when I can't do anything else. Yeah. Sunday was too cold to go to church. That day was long.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm. Do you know of any traditional medicines used by anyone, like your family or somebody in the community? Never
I
knew
don't know. Sarah knows them all.
Mm-hmm.
Rat root, they're always talking about that. I don't know what that is.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Sarah knows them.
Mm-hmm.
I think in the olden days the Indians were better off.
Mm-hmm.
Look at those old people used to travel to and fro from Buffalo Lake.
Yeah.
Good gosh. Mm-hmm.
Our dog team.
Yeah. They take them out in the fall and stay there till like spring, you know.
Oh, yeah.
And come back.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I told you I couldn't tell you anything.
Oh, you did pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
And you were raised in the mission, so you wouldn't know of any special elder or chief, eh?
Hmm?
Since you were raised in the mission, you wouldn't remember any chief or elder in your community. You wouldn't remember any of that.
Mm-hmm.
Was there any special clothing worn by Métis people, or Was there any special clothing worn by the
No.
Métis that
In
you
a
can remember?
mission I used to hate their clothes. They were so...
The nuns made your clothes?
No, just get them in bales.
Oh, yeah.
We all, every kid that was there had somebody looking after them. I used to get a big bale,
Mm-hmm.
from one of the churches outside, and they sent all our clothes, our Christmas present, everything.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Pete and I would talk about that old mission.
Mm-hmm.
There's no fault we could find with it.
Oh, yeah.
The only thing we didn't eat good.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So
But they ate good not that fish, and then we used to cook beans and barley and all that stuff in big pots, and give them that. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's a fancy food, And it was hard to cook in them days too, because you couldn't get eggs and that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But that's one thing I liked. I love to do is cooking.
Mm-hmm.
So I got my chance at it.
Mm-hmm. So you spent quite a number of years in the mission then, eh?
Well, when I was around 6 or 7, I guess. I got married at 23.
Mm-hmm. So you were raised in the mission.
Yeah.
What do you see as importance for happiness and health in life?
Mm-hmm. Well, right now I know what it is. Just being nice to everybody and not finding fault or nothing.
Mm-hmm.
It's bad when you can't get on with people.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
What did you do for entertainment when you were?
We've done lots of things. We used to have game days and everything like that.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. We had sports days and lots of things.
Mm-hmm.
Christmas, a big concert, and we used to get so many presents.
Oh.
Yeah.
Wonderful. So you had a good experience there. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I started off good.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Since the arrival of more white people to the north, how have you been treated by them?
Pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So the Métis, the whites, they get along pretty much?
Yeah. I don't find any difference,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
In closing, would you like to share a story, or do you have some advice for the younger generation?
I don't think so. Well, most of them that got parents get their advice there, you see.
Yeah.
Nobody gave my children any advice except us.
Mm-hmm.
And I've got 3 boys in town here I'm so proud of.
Mm-hmm.
And that boy up there in the Air Force.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It's just, I guess it's a happy home that starts all that out.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. You can't make happiness, it's there for you, like amongst your family.
Yeah.
Yeah. But where the people, they drink and it's pretty hard.
Yeah.
Yeah.